This is a review of the Hoover Dynamic Next DXC10TG condenser tumble dryer. I've only just recently acquired this, so still getting used to it, but hopefully this video will prove a little bit useful for you. We went for the condenser tumble dryer because it doesn't require any plumbing in, etc. Although you can have the option of plumbing this in so that it drains it straight away rather than using the container, but because we've got nowhere to put it next to a drain, we've gone for just the condensing option. It's easy to install. It's just basically plug it in and you're ready to go. It does come with little levelling feet on the bottom so that if your floor is slightly unlevel you can adjust it to keep it steady and stop it rocking around. It comes fairly large capacity, this one, 10 kilograms the maximum, although most of the loads are probably only up to about 6 kilograms, only a couple of the settings where you can get it up to the full 10. I think that's on cottons, but I'm not totally sure at the moment. It's got a twist dial for your settings, comes with preloaded settings obviously, so easy to use, just select one of those. We tend to just use it on the all-in-one because that allows you to put in cottons with synthetics, etc. But it does have the settings for the different ones if you want to adjust it for whatever. LED touch screen, so when you switch it on, it comes up and lights up with the various settings, and we'll adjust the time, etc. as you go through. Also has the ability on this machine to adjust its drying selection, so you can have it so that it comes out ready to iron, which is slightly damp, and therefore allows you to iron it easily. Wardrobe dry, which basically means you can put it straight in, it's fully dry, and then there's 2 or 3 other functions on there. You can adjust the drying time if you want to in each cycle just by changing the time selection. You can also, if you want to, delay the start, so you can set it to go off any time after later on. Easy touch dial, so it's just literally tap on the screen and it goes. So nice and easy, quite a light touch on it as well, which is nice. Door is just a pull door, there's no catch on it or anything like that, no lever to press, so it's just literally pull open and away you go. And inside you've got your stainless steel drum, which is, as we say, for the 10 kilogram is quite a large capacity. The fluff catcher is just inside the door, and again that's nice and easy, just pull it out and then it will just literally wipe off any fluff that's collected during the drying cycle. Once it's cleaned off, just pop it back in. Recommendation for that is that you change it after every dry, which I'd recommend because it does get quite covered quite quickly. And again, close the door, it's just a push to the door and it's shut then. The actual condensing unit is in the base. It's just a kick panel, cover panel that you just pull off and comes away. It does come off fully, which is slightly annoying. It doesn't just fold down, but that's nothing too major. Then the condensing unit itself is in the bottom. You just twist the dials and pull it out. They do recommend that you pull it out and clean it occasionally because you do get a little bit of fluff collecting on it, so it's just literally a case of checking it and then washing it. You clean it off with a bit of a soft brush, then run it underneath the water to get all the rest of it off between all the veins. The condenser itself, or the collection, is underneath, right at the very bottom. Again, slightly annoying because you've got to bend right down to do it. Probably would have preferred something to be up near the top so that you could get to it slightly easier, but it's easy to pull in and out. Just literally pull out and away it comes, and then to empty it, just literally pull off and tip down the sink. Again, they do recommend you do it after every wash, but you can leave it, and it does on the machine tell you when it's full. Little lights up on the LED to let you know that it's full. and push it back in. It's just an easy slide back in, and then replace the panel on the bottom. Nice and easy. Settings are various. Again, we've not, as I said, we're not really used the full settings yet. We're still getting to grips with it all, but they do seem quite a nice range. There's plenty of options. So again, switching it on is dead easy. It'll come on and flash, and then to start on your cycle, once you've selected what you want, is just press on the start button, press and hold, and it should start. That's me, because I'm trying to do it whilst videoing, it's fumbled it. And away it goes. Relatively quiet. We have it in our conservatory just basically because there's no other room in the house. So it doesn't really disturb much. It's nice and quiet when it's running. You can pause during a dry, just again by pressing on the button. It will stop. Again, you can actually pause it by just pulling open the door, and it has the same effect. It will stop it in the cycle. And then to turn off, literally a quick turn off, and you will be done. So that's relatively it. It's nice and easy. The only slight snag, I guess, on the start is, you probably saw it because of the way that when I pressed it, trying to do it from whilst videoing, is when you put it on, to start it, you have literally got to press the LED and hold your finger on, and then it will go. If you just tap on it once, it doesn't actually work. It just... So again, to pause it, press on and hold, and it will stop eventually. There we go. So that's it really at the moment. Nice and easy to use. It gets the clothes really dry nicely. The timer will just naturally adjusts itself during the drying cycle. It senses the amount of drying required, so it will adjust the time during the cycle, and it comes down quite rapidly, and just dries the clothes to where they need to be. It doesn't keep going. Once it senses it's dry, it will stop automatically. And that's the Hoover condenser dryer. I hope the video proves useful to you. Really like the machine. Say the main drawbacks, doesn't actually tell you in the manual, but you need to press and hold on the start button to get it started. And then the condenser unit itself is right at the bottom. This is slightly awkward, but nothing too major. Easily to get over. It might be slightly nicer if it was at the top and more accessible, but it doesn't take too long to do it. So hopefully that proves useful to you. Thanks for watching.